who do we go on this call? Let's start off with Miss Matthews. Miss Matthews, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's life?
Good. I've lost weight.
That's good, right? That's what you signed up for, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. So that's perfect. So as of right now, if you don't mind me asking, in the past week, how many pounds did you
Mhm.
lose?
So
Since
I
last week?
started Thursday at 3 p.m., so it hasn't been a full week.
Okay,
So I lost 6.8 pounds.
already. Okay.
But I had to modify it because I don't know if you remember what I was telling you before about like the my elimination issue,
Mhm.
and then I developed, which is very rare. I developed this keto rash. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I know what it is.
Yeah, so I got that. I ended up getting that. So added a couple more carbohydrates than what I started with. And so that's helped me. But I've still been losing, even with the carbohydrates that I've added, I've still been losing like a pound a day
Okay.
since I started.
So now that's a good topic because a lot of people who don't know what a keto rash is, some people realize that they have it, some people don't, right? So
Hmm.
now, when you said, I noticed I had a keto rash, and once again, this is not a keto program, people who is overeating a lot of fats usually end up with a keto rash. So when you said I incorporated more carbohydrates, where did your carbs come from? Because I want you to
I
speak
did
about
more
carbs.
fruits. More
Okay,
fruits.
all right,
Yeah. I ate
cool.
more fruits. Yeah.
What type of fruit?
Watermelon, a banana, but just like after I would do that like earlier, eat the banana earlier in the day.
Okay,
Um, and like melons, and then I added like almonds, um, and popcorn, but just straight popcorn, like with nothing in it, just like straight, like one serving of popcorn.
okay. So one thing I want you to do is I never, even though the scale is dropping now,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna notice sooner than later it's gonna start stalling because you're
Okay.
incorporating things that is geared to help you gain weight.
Okay.
Bananas are healthy. Bananas don't help you lose weight. So now, if you just had the exact same amount of carbs coming from the strawberries or any type of berries or the
Mm-hmm.
melons, and it has the exact same amount of carbs in it, then the banana, you're gonna notice a totally different response.
Okay. So you're saying I shouldn't eat the banana, but the other fruits are okay,
Of
or what are you
course.
saying? Okay.
One banana is equivalent to you having a Snickers bar. What's the difference?
Oh wow. Okay.
But you don't view that in that light because you just think of banana.
Yeah, it's just I had called my doctor because I was worried about that rash, and he was just like, "Oh, you need to eat more carbohydrates and try to take things from natural sources." So that's what he was telling me to
Right.
do. So
So notice how I didn't say have no carbs, have
right,
more to better quality carbs. So you know
okay.
what? On the topic of a keto rash, let's talk about it. When did you notice the keto rash came about? Was it actually during the initial 40-hour fast or after that?
Actually, after the fast, that's when I really noticed it.
Okay. And right after the fast, tell me what did you eat?
Just eggs.
Okay. So after your egg day, you noticed the keto rash.
Yes, right away, right away. It was weird. It was I had the rash, and then I was having like burning in my ear, and I got really hot. Like it was very weird. Um, And then I was like, okay, this is sounding like something to this. And so I researched it and I talked to my doctor. He was like, oh, that sounds like keto rash. And you need to ease into carbohydrates a little more. But I see you're trying to lose weight, but still eat like you need to, it seems like your body just can't tolerate that. And you need to eat like more complex carbohydrates.
Okay.
Um,
Right. So here's what's happening when you have a keto rash.
mhm.
Your body is lazy. What your body does when it's coming across anything that is a toxin or a heavy metal, if it's inside the system, we're going to deposit it in our fat cells and we're going to worry about it when we have to worry about it. So that could be like lead, that could be mercury, that could be, once again, glyphosate, these preservatives that they add to their food, etc.
Mm,
So when you're doing keto, right, you're
mhm,
allowing your body to start utilizing body fat as its main source of fuel. But once again, it's called body fat. So in order for
mhm.
your body to burn the body fat, it got to release the things that's within the fat cell. So when this thing is being released into the fat cell, if you're somebody who is not as, if you've been dealing with weight issues for a good amount of time, in order for your body to get rid of it, it got to release it back into the bloodstream. Now your
Mhm.
body is being or you're dealing with these old things that your body saved up coming out all technically at one time. So it's going to be a stint of time that you realize that you might have these ailments. Okay? But the best way to mediate a keto rash is either through carbs or protein. If you have more protein, leaner cuts of protein, you'll realize that the keto rash goes away. But you're going to notice that if you just do carbs or go that route, the reason why the keto rash goes away is because your body stopped burning body fat, period. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what things should I be eating then? And you said not the popcorn, but like I was explaining the other things. Like I ate more berries, like a serving of almonds, um, more fruit. Like I had watermelon.
It is so funny how women always say, "Hey, man, I never want to get no carbs from veggies."
Yeah, was eating vegetables too. Yeah,
What
but I
vegetables did you eat?
still
You
was
didn't name them.
experiencing it. Oh yeah, romaine lettuce, tomatoes, carrots, bell peppers. The other day I had I just had a salad that was like romaine lettuce, red onion, tomatoes, broccoli, um, feta cheese, things like that.
Okay. So even the things that you just named right there,
olives, yeah.
the things that you just named right then and there in the salad, all of that you basically named are what?
Carbs.
So what's the difference between you having that versus you having a banana?
Well, banana is more high. It's yeah, it does. What? But it tastes good. Especially when you're hungry.
Okay. So basically what I'm trying to imply is we know what carbs is better, and all carbs are not created equal. You just got to choose to have the better quality carbs, and you're going to get the exact same result that you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's just the Snicker bar tastes better than a banana. And
yeah, that was just something I did, to just do an experiment. But I still had been losing a pound a day even with that. But I told you, I'm a person that works out. So I still work out very hard. So
So just be mindful with that. But once again, because you finish your fast, what I want you to do is schedule a call like tomorrow, because you're supposed to already have a one-on-one call.
Okay.
All right. So schedule a call for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. But other than that, you've been doing good. And you know what? Just so I can hear it now, because we got more people on the call. Tell us everything that you ate and drank today.
Me?
You.
Okay, let's see. To break my fast, I had strawberries, blueberries, and a fourth a cup of almonds. And then I had about like maybe a cup and a half of watermelon. So because I was out.
Okay, so watch this. Bridget, you here? Not to cut you off, but you're going to hear what I'm saying. Tell Iman what she did wrong for her first meal.
You did not eat. You didn't eat your big meal first, and you didn't have any protein. And yeah, you're supposed to have your biggest meal first.
Yeah, I would have eaten a bigger meal, but I was out, and I didn't want to go to a restaurant. I was like, no, I'm not going to eat anything in a restaurant. So
that's fine. Like McDonald's is right down the corner. I'm not saying I'm being funny, but you notice how you say I don't want to eat at a restaurant, but I'm eating all these carbs, and my goal is to see the scale drop. But these carbs are not going to help me see the scale drop. These carbs are made to help me see the scale go up.
Yeah.
And also, you already know, Iman, that fruit gets stored where in the body?
The stomach.
Yeah, you signed up to do what?
To lose weight everywhere.
Especially the way.
In my stomach.
So I'm just letting y'all know, ladies. If
I know.
Iman, me, and everybody on this call just so happen to live in America 50 years ago, you would not be able to eat fruit anytime you want to. But because we live in this generation, and because we export things, and we can get food with a press of a button, and because Iman was taught that fruits are healthy, she's telling herself, I can eat fruit every single day. Yet fruit are seasonal. So I'm just letting you know, if Iman had a twin, and her twin ate fruit 2 to 3 days out the week, because fruits are desserts, and Iman had fruit every single day, Iman hits her goal weight, her twin hits her goal weight, her twin's stomach is always going to be more flatter than Iman's. Period. It's not even going to be close. Because of your actions, which is fine. So once again, ladies, I just want y'all to remember, fruits are nature's desserts. Once you start prioritizing fruit over food, Especially as a woman who works out, you're playing yourself. Because now you're not giving your body the raw materials to build up the muscle that you're breaking down.
Yeah. That was just because I was out. But when I got home, I didn't tell you what I ate as soon as I got home.
Your biggest meal's supposed to be first, though. When?
I know, but I was like, oh, darn it, it's past it, and I'm hungry, but I need to eat something, and I was just out.
All right. But what did you eat when you get home?
I had grilled chicken. I made like a Greek salad with like romaine lettuce, olives, red onion, cucumbers. What else did I have in there? These like Italian peppers, like peppercini peppers. And then the dressing the Boathouse Farm dressing that you recommended,
Okay.
I had that on it.
Okay.
And that's what I had.
All right. Now, I want you to repeat everything that you said, and every single time you name a carb, hold up a finger.
Romaine lettuce, red onion, the olives. What other?
Olives are fats, though, by the way.
Yeah, so the good fat.
Slide. It's cool. Keep going. Yasmin, what are you laughing
And then
at?
the pepperoncini peppers, the cucumber, all the vegetables generally have carbs that I had in the salad.
Okay. How many chicken breasts did you have?
I had chicken, like a chicken thigh and two legs. They were so small, like two little small legs. And
You see what she did, ladies? She said chicken. I asked her to clarify. Then she told me how small of the protein she decided to add inside this meal. And this is her first meal with protein in it. Okay? So, Iman, once again, everything that you ate today, in theory, perfect.
I didn't finish it.
Healthy. You didn't finish what?
What I ate today.
See, okay, let me ask you a better question. If you went out with your man right now, let's say at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and you ate a porterhouse steak with a side of Brussels sprouts, did you think you would have had a snack by now?
Probably not, but I would be sick. I couldn't eat that. I can't really eat heavy steaks anymore. It makes my stomach hurt.
Okay.
I have to eat leaner cuts of beef for some reason.
But it's fine. But
Yeah.
you notice how you told me immediately that you wouldn't be hungry. You know that.
Yeah.
But because you're eating these little snacks and try to create it to meals.
But that salad was pretty big that I had.
But you had another meal right after that salad?
A little later, not right after it.
So how big?
Like
could
maybe
this
2 hours
salad be?
later. Like I ate like maybe an hour before this call. It was my last meal.
And what did you eat?
It was a burger, but it was with the lettuce wrap. And I had like pickles, onion, tomato on it. And I had Diet Coke, and that was it.
Okay. So from now on, ladies, if you're going to eat, so first off, y'all should never start off your day with anything that is a snack. I want y'all to tell yourselves, if this is my only meal of the day, because I'm so busy that I can't get my hands on anything else, technically I should be fine.
Okay.
So like right now, y'all see me drinking this. You know why you see me drinking this? Because earlier today I went to Hooters. I was going to make a video for y'all and get the smoked and grilled wings. Right? But after those wings, I'm kind of full to the point where I know for a fact, if I wanted to, I don't have to eat again for the rest of the day. That's why you see me drinking this. Okay? But if I start off my day off with some watermelon, I know I'm going to be hungry later. If I start my day off with a pack of almonds, I'm going to be hungry later. If I had another apple or whatever, I'm going to be hungry later. Because of what these things are doing to my hormones, which is causing me to have a glucose spike. Then insulin drops it. And now my brain is thinking I'm starving. That's why it's easy for y'all to eat 6 cookies. That's why it's hard as hell to eat 1 steak. What hormones your body's eliciting. Okay? And just remember, there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. What does that mean? If your mom told herself for the rest of my life, I'm not going to eat another carb, she'll be totally fine. If your mom tell herself, I'm never going to eat another fat, she's going to die. Same year. If she told her body, I'm never going to eat another protein for the rest of her life, she's going to die. Same year. That's how important proteins and fats are. But because we're American and because we can get food any way we want to, and carbs, let's be real, taste the best. Cookies taste the best to me. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. Popcorn tastes the best to me. I don't know about y'all. These are the ones that we prioritize. Okay? So once again, if this was school, Iman, all your food choices, A. But timing of the food. matters. If you would have said, "Hey, Trey, I started my day off with a double cheeseburger or burger, whatever burger you're referring to," and then I got a little bit hungry later, so I had my little Greek salad. And then I got hungry a little bit later, so I decided I had some watermelons and strawberries or whatever. I wouldn't say nothing.
Okay, it makes sense. Okay.
I wouldn't have said nothing. But that matters, right? If a man proposed to you after the first date, what would you say?
Run.
Get up off that knee, boy, and you will never see me again. Actually, block my number, right? But if a man proposed to you after 10 years of knowing you, what you gonna say?
I still would have been gone because it's too long.
Makes sense, right? So there's a time for everything. So when you having that burger later during the day, you propose 10 years later.
Okay.
You having those snacks and watermelon as the first meal of the day, that's your proposed to you after the first date.
Too lower. Okay. So
see what I'm saying? So you got to eat enough.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. So start off your day. If you're going to have red meat or you even thinking about it, have it as your first meal. Then later during the day, have that chicken or seafood.
Okay.
Okay? But everything that you ate was A's. Just timing. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. All right? Good job.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And I know you work out. What time of day do you work out on average?
In the evening. So I'm about to go to the gym now. Yeah. I got to do a workout class. Like it's a class.
Then that's fine. So keep doing whatever you got going on. I was just trying to give you tips if you needed caffeine in the morning. But you good.
Oh, okay. Well, I drink coffee still, like black coffee.
What time?
I get up at like 6 a.m. 6:30 a.m.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And ladies, I wish I can share my screen on the MacBook. I don't know if I can do that though. But one thing I want y'all to know too is, I can't do it. It's not gonna allow me to do it. There's a thing out there called allulose. If y'all want to sweeten your beverages or sweeten your caffeine or green tea in the morning, allulose is basically a version of a sugar. But this version of the sugar actually gives you net benefits versus net negatives. Okay? So if you have some allulose, one of the benefits of it is it suppresses your appetite. It produces that same GLP-1 that is in these semaglutides. And it could lower your glucose levels. All because you decided to sweeten your beverage with allulose. And it is 2 times sweeter than sugar, by the way. So if you get some allulose, you could probably kind of like have as much as you want inside your green tea. Just don't go over like 3 tablespoons for your green tea or coffee. But this is going to be something where if you're dealing with a little bit more hunger pangs early during the day, or you notice that you start getting irritable or jittery, that's your glucose levels being out of whack. And you can stabilize it with allulose. Just try to get the powdered version over the liquid version.
Where do you get it from? Which store?
Do me a favor. While I got you on the phone, Iman, I want you to Google wholesome, the way it sounds, like a wholesome woman, allulose, near me.
Oh, that brand. It's at Whole Foods. I know where that is.
There you go.
I
So
know
you've probably seen it before. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So in my area, they got that Harris Teeter. So that's why I want y'all to Google it. Okay?
Oh, yeah, we don't have that store here in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. Y'all got Publix though, right?
No, not in Chicago.
Okay.
No.
All right. So, who else we got on this call? Matter of fact, Bridget, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Oh, you're in a good mood. That means you lost weight.
I got back down
Good.
from my birthday celebration that kind of flew over into the weekend because you know how that.
That's how it be.
But
To be expected. To be expected, though. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I finally got back down. I'm so happy.
Okay. So talk to me. What did you do? First off, let everybody, ladies. Her birthday was last week. Okay. So now what I want you to do, Bridget, is tell us what did you do to bounce back after your birthday festivities?
Ooh. I did I work out almost every day, so but I did a fast. So I did a day fast, 24-hour fast yesterday.
Okay. Not a 48, right?
No, but I did the water one too. Like no water either for 24 hours.
Okay. So she did a dry fast. And a dry fast is 3 times more effective than a water fast. Once again, this is something that you don't have to do, but you're going to get back to that starting point sooner than later if you do that. Okay? But once again, ladies, I never want y'all to rely on the fast, which Bridget is not. She used it as a tool. Okay? So there's two different ways for you to get back into that weight that you was just at, especially after a wild weekend. And this is going to come into play, because let's be real, 4th of July, it's right around the corner. And we know black people. Okay? So what does that mean? If you know this weekend you're going to be in the streets, like I'm going to be in the streets, you got two options. A, you can do a water fast, 2-day fast. And you only got to do this if you lose all color. But in order for you to lose all color, for all my vets, you already know one hot dog didn't make you lose color. You know what you was doing. A little bit of hot dogs, a little bit of baked beans, a little bit of mac and cheese. Probably had 2 or 3 daiquiris. I said, oh, you know what? I did already bad. I might as well get out of my system. Cold Stone. You know what we be doing. Okay? So if you do that, 48-hour fast, water. If you do a 24-hour fast with no food, no water, guess what? You're kind of going to get the exact same benefits. It's just going to be a little bit harder to some people. I'm one of the people where it's easy for me. If I'm doing a fast, I cut out everything. That's just me. Some people, they need that water. Okay? So just stay hydrated. It's not that deep. The third option is I'm going to eat nothing man-made for 2 days back to back. But I'm also going to move my body. So even me, I literally, the last time I did a fast was when I did a 5-day fast around December time for video purposes to show y'all that, hey, it's possible. You can do a 5-day fast. And I'm working out every single day. Okay? So now I don't have to do a fast. Not because I feel like I'm too good for a fast, but because I'm very active. So think of fasting like you have a clogged sink and you're just letting it drain itself out. That's what you're doing when you're fasting. So you know sooner or later that sink is going to go all the way down, just not as fast as you want it. Think of you having a clogged sink and you working out. You lifting some weights. Maybe do 20 to 30 minutes of cardio after. For some of my Pilates mommies, you're doing some Pilates. You're doing that hot yoga. You're doing Orange Theory. Right? That's like you turning on the garbage disposal. So the absolute best thing for you to do after a wild weekend is you choosing to move your body and you working out 2 days back to back. Now you don't even got to fast. But majority of my clients are women who don't got time to work out. So if you don't got time to work out and you did the crime, got to do that time. Okay? So always remember, I would rather you work out than you not fasting. But you see, Bridget, the day that you fasted, did you walk?
I didn't because I didn't want to be thirsty because I'd be sweating.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. And at the end result, after that weekend, and you just did a 24-hour fast without walking, you got back to your weight or you needed another day?
I got back to my weight this
Exactly.
morning.
Do you see what I'm saying? So you got tools, ladies. I just don't choose to fast as much anymore. I used to be the fasting king. Now I don't fast as much. So you can do fasting, or you could write them in the middle, 24-hour fast, no food, no water. Or what I prefer, you know what? Let me choose to fix my discipline and my relationship with food, which means I'm going to eat for the next 2 to 3 days, but I'm just not going to eat nothing man-made and work out. That's it. Okay? All right. So just keep that in the back of your head. All right? But great job, Bridget. Make sure you schedule a call sometime this week. All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, boss. Who I want to check up on? Katisha, how you doing? And then Tati, I see you right there.
Hi,
How you doing? I see you like cleaning or something. My bad.
I'm seasoning my chicken.
Oh, seasoning your chicken?
Yeah.
You using all the black people seasonings? How many seasons did you do? A 5-season chicken?
4
4 seasons.
garlic, onion, paprika, black pepper, and 5, and a little bit of slap your mama.
And a little bit slap your mama. Why you did slap your mama at the end?
Cause I like the Cajun.
Okay. All right. Is there anything wrong with your seasonings?
No.
There you go. So once again, Katisha's a vet. She already know that there's nothing wrong with seasonings, ladies. It's about the sauces. So if you know how to season your food, you got nothing to worry about. All right. But if you know you're somebody that might be dealing with a little bit more hypertension or high blood pressure, just make sure you are being mindful with it just a little bit more. Okay? Because if you pay attention, something like slap your mama, like Katisha said, the very first ingredient is going to be salt. But sometimes if you look, the fourth to fifth ingredient is going to be sugar. So a lot of these seasonings mask sugar with salt to the point that you don't even taste it. If you go into a restaurant right now and y'all seeing them little salt packets, and then you see on the other side is pepper, if you look at the ingredients, you'll notice that the first ingredient is salt, the third ingredient is literally sugar. But you never read it because you just assumed it's salt.
So Slap Your Mama has salt, black pepper, red pepper, and granulated garlic.
Good. So can you have it?
Yep.
There you go. All right. So she already went through that. So that's what I'm saying. Just be mindful. If you're somebody who likes to use 4 to 5 different seasonings, go through your seasoning pantry and look if you see sugar as the first 5 ingredients. If you see sugar as the first 5 ingredients, it's trash. Or put it on another part of your pantry so you know, okay, these are the ingredients I'm having fun with. These are the ingredients I can use as my main basis. Okay? So when they told you that salt raises your blood pressure, the reason why is because we naturally use table salt or Morton's salt or kosher salt. That's why it's so refined. When you look at table salt, it looks like sand. The reason why it looks like sand is because it's bleached, it's enriched, and it's refined. But what they did is they took away all the other electrolytes. They just added sodium. So that raises your blood pressure. But if you're having pink Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt or Baja gold salt, guess what? These are chunky. It's not like sand, right? And because it is, the reason being is because it got other electrolytes in it. So it got magnesium, it got potassium, it got the chloride, it got the phosphate. So if you're using pink Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt, these things are never going to raise your blood pressure. If you're using regular table salt as your main source of salt, that's going to raise your blood pressure. So ladies, try to get some pink Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt as your main base. Go crazy. You don't even got to watch out for it. Okay? Fun fact for y'all today. Who I want to talk to? Miss Daniels, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You don't sound like you're doing good. Everything all right?
Oh, I was juggling to get the phone off of me.
Yeah, well, I'm messing with you. All right, so how was your weight loss journey going this week?
This week is going good. I'm back to birthday is over. Pretty much eating right. No complaints.
Okay.
Staying within myself and prioritizing proteins.
Okay. Just so I can hear it, because you know we won't be talking as much. Tell me everything that you ate and drank today.
Today, so water,
Okay.
some chai tea, and some double patty hamburger with some asparagus on the side.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna do a shake later. I'm not hungry.
Okay. Based off what you just said, what would you grade yourself for what you ate today?
I'd probably say like a B plus.
Why not A?
Because I could have probably still ate more, a little bit more.
Okay. But you're not hungry, right?
Not at all.
So do you have to eat again?
No.
There you go. Okay. So ladies, Nicole would actually get an A for today, even though she didn't eat a lot. Why? Everything that she ate was intentional, and even though she didn't eat a lot, what she did was she had a double patty burger. And if I went and Googled it, me and Nicole had backs and forths already about if you're only going to eat one time in that day, or 9 times out of 10 you're not a big eater, I want you to start your day off of red meat. Ladies, believe it or not, even though red meat got more calories in it than chicken and seafood, because it got more vitamins in it, it got better amino acids in it, it got more minerals in it, you're always going to see the scale drop more with red meat than chicken, calorie per calorie. It's not even close. Okay? Chicken is great for people who tend to overeat. That's why when you see, like, when you had a trainer or somebody who's like a bodybuilder, what's the typical diet? Chicken, broccoli, rice. Okay, but if you pay attention, they're eating that chicken, broccoli, rice meal 4 to 5 times in a day. I don't know about y'all. I don't got time to eat 4 to 5 times in a day. So now, if I eat a double patty burger, I can kind of freestyle it based off how I feel later that day. Because what my body's going to do now is, because I gave my body an adequate amount of calories, the excess calories that it needs is just going to pull it from fat. But you're also seeing that she paired up her double cheeseburger with asparagus. And asparagus is one of the best prebiotic fibers that you could put inside your body. It's good for your gut bacteria. Also, asparagus has got a good amount of fiber in it. Also, asparagus happens to be a protein-based vegetable. So you can't go wrong with that. But usually some people, when they start the day off with a double cheeseburger, they're just eating that. So if you can help it, try to pair off that double cheeseburger, put it in a salad. Or put it with some Brussels sprouts. Every single time I go to a burger bar, I get a double cheeseburger with Brussels sprouts. My preference. But try to pair it up with some green veggies. That way you get some fiber in it. That way you have a consistent bowel movement. Okay? Y'all still need the fiber to have a bowel movement. That burger, you're not pooping out. Believe it or not. Excuse my French. It's what you're having with the burger. That fries, that bread, the things that's irritating your gut to the point where if you had the bread and fries, you notice that you have a bowel movement in the next 3 to 4 hours. Because that's your body let you know, hey, we can't do nothing with this. And I don't know what you're trying to do to us, but we got to get this out of our system. That's what that means. That's why after y'all have a cheat day, you have a bowel movement in the next 3 or 4 hours. Because your body's like, bro, what is this? What we got going on? Once y'all eating cleaner, y'all realizing that you're saying, hey, Trey, I'm not using the bathroom as much. Because you're giving your body things that it wants to keep. We're good with this. We like this. We want this. And less of the things that your body do not want. That's why people who are lactose intolerant and they have some dairy, some ice cream, they use the bathroom immediately. Because their body cannot break it down. Your body's trying to get out of the system. That's not a good thing. All right? So you will know what foods your body agrees with and what it don't agree with based off how bloated you are. If you're bloated after eating that, that's your body let you know it can't break it down. It don't got the capabilities or enzymes to break it down. Okay? All right, but Nicole, you can expect the scale job, so keep doing your thing. Good job. All right? And you notice how she said, I'm ending off my day with a what? Shake. Just like I am, because I know for a fact I'm probably not going to eat later again. Okay? So get enough protein if you are somebody who chooses to work out and you're very active. All right? Tati, what's your question?
Hey Trey, so my question is, I just looked at the Fatloss on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, how is it better than the stevia if it has like 9 grams of carbs?
9 grams of carbs, how many grams of fiber?
The one I look at, it says 0. Everything else is 0.
Is it wholesome?
Yes. Is it in like a green bag?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it says total fat 0, sodium 0, sugar 0, protein 0, but total carbs is 9 grams for 2 tablespoons. No, 2 teaspoons.
Okay. Now in the front, because I can't see what you're seeing,
Mm-hmm.
do it says anything that basically say, but how many, you know what? Better question. How many calories do you see?
0.
How can something have 9 grams of carbs and every gram of carb is 4 calories, but they're putting 0 on the label?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I'm confused. That's why I'm asking. Like,
Because your
how
body
does
can't break it down. It
It,
doesn't act as real carbs.
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So on the label in America, you can't lie. But if you know the science behind it, you know that allulose is not really, it don't got any calories in it. So these sugar alcohols that y'all seen, all these artificial sweeteners, the one that you was taught at one point in time, all these things are bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who's telling you that these are bad are the same people that's telling you to get the real sugar version because we make more of a profit margin with it. All right?
Okay.
These sugar alcohols are literally incapable of being absorbed inside your bloodstream.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 0 calories. The reason why 0 calories is, once again, your body cannot metabolize it as energy like carbs, fats, and proteins. But because your body cannot break it down, It's not getting to your bloodstream, it's getting to your colon. And your colon is where your gut bacteria is hosted at. And that's when it starts fermenting. Right? And fermentation means what? More gas. So let's be real, ladies. Everybody here had a Atkins bar or those Smart Sweets or little things like that, them little zero sugar candies, and you was gassy later that day. Let's call a spade, right? And the reason why is because your body wasn't able to break down the sugar alcohols, but now it's being fermented by your gut bacteria. So that's what allulose is doing, Tati. But now what's happening is your body is able to intake this allulose, but with no calories. So no matter what, it's a net positive if you choose to add it inside of a net negative if you choose not to go without it. So it's kind of like apple cider vinegar.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. So give it a shot.
All right.
All right. Do anybody got any questions just in general right now? Before I keep going?
I do.
Talk to me.
I'm on the first day of my water fast, and I was wondering if I could still take my vitamins
No.
and my tinctures. No?
The reason why is because vitamins are cofactors, which means with or in addition to. Okay? So it's kind of like, that's like you kind of telling me, hey, Trey, let's say I was proposing to Alicia, right? And I give her a diamond with no ring in it. And I said, oh, no, the ring is going to come tomorrow. What is Alicia going to say? Alicia? Look at everybody's face, by the way.
Right.
What you going to say?
You can keep this.
I can keep, damn, see, I'm trying to do a good jester, trying to be a good dude. She said, you can keep this ring, bro. You could have did all that tomorrow.
Right.
So when you give your body vitamins, but you didn't give your body food, all you literally doing is going to create expensive urine. Your body's going to pee it out.
Okay.
I can't do nothing with it. That's why I teach my clients what you need to do is have a meal first. Then have your all whatever vitamins you want to take, all your supplements you want to take after, following.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, so whatever you got in mind, take it after a meal so you can have it after your eggs or your salmon.
And just to clarify, I ended my last meal or fork down at 9:30 yesterday. So I will wait until p.m.
All right. Keep going.
And then so I will wait until what time on Thursday to eat? I will have to wait till Thursday p.m. or just should I wait till Friday to break my fast?
But you started it last night.
Yes.
So when's 48 hours after Monday at 9?
It will be Thursday, 9:30.
Yesterday was Monday. Tomorrow's what?
Oh, sorry. It will be Wednesday. Sorry, I meant Wednesday. 9:30.
Wednesday at 9. That's why I tell my...
I wait until... That's what I was wondering. Unless I wait until Thursday to eat. Like, I just continue it until Thursday.
If you want to do that, that's fine. But now you can... First thing you wake up in the morning, you can start eating all day. If that's what you want to do. But that's why I tell my clients on average, if you're going to start your fast, do it in the afternoon. Because people are able to skip breakfast easily. Nobody really wants to skip breakfast and lunch. So I'll put you like this. How do you feel 1 out of 10 right now?
Normal.
Okay. All right. So you good. So what I would tell you is this. Tomorrow morning, at any point in time, if you start getting like hungry as hell, shoot me a text so I can kind of work something out with you because 9:30 is kind of late.
Okay.
All right. But we'll make something happen. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Keep doing your thing. Good job. All right. Who else do we got? You know what? Yesenia, how you doing? And then LaShonda right after.
Hey Trey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, superstar?
I'm good.
All right. Did you lose more weight?
Yes.
I know you did. Okay. All right. So you're officially, if you don't mind me asking, you're officially how many pounds?
152.6.
Okay. All right. Congratulations. And you started this program weighing how much?
167.2, I think.
Okay. So in your first full month, you lost 15 pounds, right? Basically?
Yeah.
Okay. So congratulations, okay? And by
Thank
the way,
you.
Yesenia, so I just want to highlight her real quick because she not only lost 15 pounds in her first month, when I tell you this is the queen of Six Flags, she's at Six Flags. I don't know what she got. She is a part owner of Six Flags, but she's at Six Flags every single weekend. So,
Yes.
Yesenia, amazing job. What's been working for you so far on your first month on the program?
Um, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out because some days the stick is still pink. So that's just my whole thing. Like that's what I'm like bummed about all the time. But
Okay.
I still can't because I'm like I get like 6.5 hours of sleep on average. Some days it's hard to get a full 8 hours, but the meals are getting better.
Okay. So you know what? Let's say you was adamant about seeing this stick color get purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'll tell you to do. What's your window currently?
1 to 7.
Move it to 10 to 4, 11 to 5. If it's really that deep to you. If you move that window up to 11 to 4, 10 to 4, 11 to 5, you're giving your body so much time to metabolize the food that you ate. I can guarantee you stick color's gonna be purple or more darker the very next day. LaShonda, who's on this call right now, she moved her window up, and sooner than later, like a couple days later, she's seen her first purple stick. True or false, LaShonda?
Did you just call me?
Yeah. What happened when you
What did
started?
you say?
What happened when you moved your window up?
Oh yeah, I stayed pink and beige up until I moved back to 12 to 6 because I was doing like 4 to 10. But when I backed it up now, I do 12 to 6.
And what happened with the stick?
Oh, good Lord, it went dark.
There you go. See what I'm saying?
The next day it went dark. With a lot of protein, it went dark.
Yeah. So ultimately, if you are adamant about that stick, all you gotta do is really move your window up. If you know you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night, okay? But once again, Yesenia, if your stick color is pink and the scale is dropping, it's not that deep.
Okay.
That's just your body letting you know that hey, there's something off with your hormones, and in your case, there's nothing wrong with you. It's the fact that you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which your body prefers and needs.
Okay. And I did notice, it might be TMI, but my cycle changed so
Is it
far.
heavier or is it lighter?
What? No, it's the same, but I caught it earlier than usual.
Yeah. So your body's re-regulating itself. That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to start realizing sooner than later, which is why I asked that question, it's going to be a little bit more lighter sooner than later.
Okay.
It's not going to be as heavy because you're not having as much toxins for your body to excrete out. And you don't got a lot of just random estrogen floating around your body because your body has to detoxify estrogen. So when women say they're estrogen dominant, that's because your body's not releasing the estrogen that's supposed to be getting breaking down.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. But other than that, keep doing your thing. You know what? Also, too, while I got you, how many times this whole entire month did you intentionally work out?
A few times a week. I'm like up to like 3 to 4.
3 to 4?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. So just keep doing your thing. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Make sure we talk sometime this week, though. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, boss. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. And you know what? Kim, how you doing? And there's only one Kim, so you know who it is.
Miss Kim?
This Kim. That Kim right there. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, that's good. That's good. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Okay. How was your weight loss journey this week?
It was good.
Oh, it was good, right?
Yeah,
Okay. You started seeing the scale drop?
I have.
Okay. Getting better sleep?
I have.
Wow, really? What was the main thing that changed your sleep from your experience?
I feel like it was the magnesium.
Magnesium glycinate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, also, let me ask you this too. These past couple of days, because we haven't spoke for like 4 to 5 days, have you still been incorporating, or have you noticed a correlation with the days you had red meat, you was getting better sleep yet, or no?
I'm not sure if I paid attention to that.
Okay.
So that'll be something that I have to pay attention to.
Okay.
But I did have a double cheeseburger that I'm actually made myself
That's
today.
fine. Totally fine. Okay. And you see your body's agreeing with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. So, ladies, Kim is somebody who basically didn't have meat for the past 8 to 10 years almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was afraid to try reincorporate red meat back in her life. And I was like, hey, you know what? I know what you're afraid of. I know you're thinking your stomach's going to go crazy and do numbers. Once again, it's not going to be the red meat. It's going to be the combination with the red meat and the starch. The red meat and the bread. And the mayo. And the ketchup. And American cheese. And the fries. And the Coke. Okay? But if you're somebody who's thinking about reintegrating red meat and you just have it by itself, just the patties, or just a steak, or just the lamb chops, you're going to notice that your body's going to respond and be able to break it down just like it did in the past. Okay? But also, as a woman who is approaching menopause, ladies, if you're noticing that you're having a little bit more brain fog, you can't think as sharp, you have less energy, you're having night sweats or hot flashes, that's because your hormones is out of whack. Why is your hormones out of whack? You're not producing enough estrogen. Why are you not producing enough estrogen? You're not giving your body enough cholesterol. Wait, you telling me the cholesterol that's going to kill you? Cholesterol? No, cholesterol doesn't kill you. But if you're getting saturated fats, which is naturally in eggs, dairy, and red meats, then you're giving your body the backbone to produce the estrogen. So ironically, a lot of women is under this notion that when I'm getting older, I heard red meat is bad for me, so I'm gonna cut out red meat, and then they're having menopause earlier. Because you're not giving your body the thing that it needs to produce that estrogen. If you're giving your body enough saturated fat, once again, butter, not the thing that's gonna clog up your arteries, that's a myth. Lard, ghee, things like that. Cheese, if your body can tolerate it. Eggs, meat. Then you're giving your body the right things where it can produce the estrogen. And guess what? Estrogen is y'all's superpower. And now you're going to feel better. Now you're going to have more mental clarity. And now you're going to be able to go to sleep easier because your body is in balance. It's in homeostasis. All right? So that's why I asked that, Kim, because you're probably realizing unintentionally, oh, I'm sleeping a little bit better. You're talking about it's the magnesium, but the magnesium with the catalyst and the ingredients that you're giving your body now that was missing out of is a perfect union, and now that is why you're seeing the scale drop and getting better sleep.
Okay.
So now for all my women who are plant-based or they don't eat red meat, they're not even considering eating red meat, all that's fine. What you need to do is make sure you're getting in enough fat, which means if you're not going to eat any butter, which is cool because it comes from an animal, eat more avocados. Okay? Also, if you're not going to get no omega-3s that we usually get from red meat and seafood, that's fine. Make sure you start taking krill oil or algae oil. Okay? But these are the things that your body and brain needs. Why? Because if I'm not mistaken, about 30% of your brain is made out of cholesterol. 70% of your brain is fat. So you need this to be mentally clear. Okay? But also, once again, cholesterol is the backbone of your cortisol, your dopamine, your testosterone, which women produce testosterone too, by the way, your estrogen. All right? So you need these things. Your progesterone. All right? Yasmin, you said you're allergic to avocados, but you eat red meat, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have technically nothing to worry about. But let's say you were allergic to avocados and you can't incorporate any avocados and you use plant-based, coconut oil or coconut. All right, coconut oil is on the same tier as butter. Pretty good. Butter is not bad for you, ladies. Butter is actually one of the healthiest things you can eat. Ghee is healthier than butter if you're trying to worry about health, by the way, which is clarified butter. Why butter gets a bad rap is because we're not eating butter straight out the pack. What do we put butter on? Bread.
Carbs.
Bread.
Exactly. Now it's bad because you're mixing a high fat with a high carb. So once you mix high carbs or starches with a fat, you're literally telling your body to store fat. Literally. And you're going to put your body through a whole lot of stress because your body wants to prefer to use only one or the other at one time. Okay? That's why if you're vegan and you're doing it right, you're going to lose weight. If you're a carnivore and don't eat nothing plant-based, you're going to lose weight. Americans mix both of them, which is called the SAD diet or the Western diet. That's why we all fat, because we're mixing carbs with fat. We're getting a taco from Mexico where they only just put a tortilla and the protein and cilantro and onions, and then we are putting cheese on it and sour cream on it and guacamole on it and burrito tacos. So now we're dripping in oil too. If you go to Mexico right now, ask for burrito taco, they're gonna look at you crazy. That's kind of like an American thing. Okay? So be mindful with the carbs and fats. If you're gonna have something like some ranch with your wings and it's fried, it's not that deep. Because ranch is a fat, your wings are fried, yes, but it's still protein based. But if you have the ranch and now you're dipping your fries in it, it's that deep.
I got a question.
Talk to me.
When I know you talked about allulose.
Yeah.
So there are like some products in the store, and you always tell us to read the label. So what I try to do is looking at whatever the ingredients are, or I'm looking at the label and I'm calculating like net carbs.
Good.
But there are times when, like, should we just be looking at the ingredients for allulose? Because sometimes it's not on that label, or it's not in there, and so you don't know that you can subtract that unless they tell you allulose is in there, and they do put it on the box. So but for me, I don't believe it unless I see it and I can actually subtract.
I like the fact that you're saying that, but here's what I'm telling you. Allulose, your body can absorb, but it got like negligible calories. So it do got calories in it, but it's like essentially if 1 teaspoon of sugar got 4 calories, then allulose probably got like a half of a calorie. And once again, in America, they can round down. 2, if you're ever picking up an allulose product, once again, in this case, especially if they say 0 calories, right? Don't look at the label. Look at the ingredients. Because if it's allulose, it should be only one ingredient. Allulose. So if you see a blend, then you gotta be wary of, okay, is what they're really saying is true.
Okay.
But the wholesome allulose, if you look at the ingredients, it's gonna say allulose. You got nothing to worry about. Okay? Just like if you pick up stevia, every single time you pick up a stevia packet, it says how many calories?
0, I think.
If the only ingredient is stevia. See what I'm saying? Monk fruit. If you look at a monk fruit product, it's going to say 8 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fiber. Some people view it like that, right? But monk fruit really don't got no fiber in it. They're just trying to tell you, hey, it got no carbs in it. Okay?
Okay.
So just be mindful of that. But yeah, it should be single ingredients and these plant sweeteners. Because that's what they really are. Okay? Good question. You have any other questions?
I don't think so.
All right. So, y'all asking great questions, ladies. And we got 5 minutes left. So, what I'm going to do on this last segment, I want to allow y'all to ask me any type of question, whatever it is. But if not, then we'll just go ahead and conclude this call. The next one's going to be on Thursday. And that's going to definitely be geared to, whatchamacallit. Matter of fact, ain't 4th of July on Thursday? It's Friday, right?
It's Friday.
So today's the 1st. So yeah, our call on Thursday is definitely gonna be geared to 4th of July. Cause I know how y'all gonna be acting. Y'all gonna act like y'all got no common sense. All right. But if nobody got no questions, then we're just gonna go ahead and move forward.
I have a question real quick.
Okay, what's up with?
So yesterday you had me eat beef for the first time. Um,
Okay.
Remember I sent you a picture,
Yep.
but I didn't buy enough to eat any more this week because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel.
Mm-hmm.
So today I didn't. I had some leftover chicken, so I kind of added that to my egg scramble, but it wasn't enough protein. So I had one of my protein shakes to kind of fill the gap. Is that okay?
Technically, yes, but I would rather you have a protein shake as a standalone,
Okay.
opposed to you using a protein shake to fill in the void.
Okay.
Okay. 2, for now on Whitley, which is fine. The reason why I made you eat beef is because, once again, as a woman, y'all need fats. So if somebody said, I would rather y'all say, you know what, I'm never going to eat beef ever again. I'm never going to eat poultry ever again. I'm just going to eat seafood. Then a woman that tells me, I don't eat seafood and I don't eat red meat. All I eat is poultry. Because these are too lean. You need fats as well. Okay? So Whitley, do you eat eggs or no?
Yes.
Every single time you want to not buy no beef, which is fine, and have chicken, you got to make it with eggs.
Okay, I did. I had 3 scrambled eggs and I mixed my chicken in to kind of make like a
And
egg
you did
scramble
fine.
this
It's
morning.
perfectly fine.
Okay. It just wasn't it was only like 1 ounce of egg. I mean, I only had like an ounce of chicken. I usually have
Ounce
more
of
than
chicken
that.
is crazy. Don't even sell that in the store.
No, it was just some leftover that I had
Okay,
from
all right, yeah,
the
yeah.
salad I made last night. So I
Okay,
just threw that in there. But
okay.
I just wanted to see if that was okay. But thank
It
you.
was okay, but and I'm glad she said this, and this will be my last point of the night, ladies. If you know you have leftovers, I do not want you to eat leftovers at your first meal. They are leftovers for a reason. You know it's not a lot. So if you're gonna have some leftovers, either pair that with your real meal, and now you can eat or have some of your real meal to save for leftovers later during that day, or just simply have your leftovers that you plan on having as your last or your second meal. Then it's not that deep. But your very first meal, I always want you to be intentional. That way you're eating enough. Because some of y'all is going to stall, not because you're making the right food choices, but because you didn't give your body enough calories. Because the leftover is about 300, 400 calories. And you knew that. It's just convenient. All because it's convenient doesn't mean it's better. If anything, the most convenient options are the worst options. Y'all X are convenient. And that's your X for a reason. Remember that. Be intentional with your very first meal choice. Hey, Kim, stop laughing at me. All right. But other than that, ladies, the clock is about to turn off. So thank y'all for making this call. And the next one is going to be Thursday, 6 p.m. Okay? So definitely make that if you're afraid of what's going to transpire on 4th of July. All right? All right, ladies. Thank y'all for making this call. I'll talk to y'all soon.